Hey guys, welcome back, finally, to a new episode of Uncharted Drake's Fortune series that, with yours truly.
Place could use a good plumber. Son of a bitch, where did they all come from?
I do apologize for the absence. I've had a lot of work, a lot of time hanging out with friends, and recently, I don't know if you can tell, this past week I've been very ill, and it's not really an excuse. I mean, I've had the video edited, and I could have done it a while ago. I just didn't have the energy or the strength to do it, so that's kind of my reasoning. Sorry.
He's over there.
There's also going to be a lot of editing throughout this video. I cut out a lot of fight scenes just to progress with the story, so you're not sitting here for like a half an hour every time I play. Hopefully after this video, I'll have more of the series going, and I apologize for like the quality of the footage. Like a lot of when I'm like watching this back, there's a lot of like weird like discoloration and like pixelation of the screen, and I don't know why. My system itself is fine. Watching it on my TV is perfect, it's flawless, but when I play it back on my editing software, it's just like, what the hell? So that was a bit annoying. And also, a lot of the jumps, like the fade scenes like that, for example, are just me wandering around just forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing, and just figured I'd cut it out, and I couldn't figure out how to get up there, so that was fun. And it's also been really hot and warm, and just been outside hanging out with my best friend. We play Pokemon Go still. I know that's still a thing. And we're out like catching Pokemon all the time. I finally have like over 200, and we're working on the new generation. And there's like raid battles and stuff. So if you play the game, you'll know what I'm talking about. So you're gonna go to the left first, and then you're gonna go to the right. I cut it so you can't really tell which way you go first. So you go to this side first, but there's a weird way to get to it, which is up the wall, Nathan Drake style. And then you go to the right side, I think, or it could be the opposite. Whichever way that wall is on, you'll see it, and you'll know it when you see it. I just couldn't run around and let you guys sit there and watch me. It was painful to watch how bad I was playing this. Come on, Nathan. One hop. And you're filling the room up with water so you can get to like a higher ledge. So that's one thing I like about Naughty Dog games, is the puzzles that they create for you are so realistic, and something that I feel like you would actually have to face in real life if you were Nathan Drake.
Jesus, Elena, where are you?
And speaking about the Pokemon game, my personal favorite has always been Charizard.
Wait a minute.
I actually started with Charmander until I found out that I could get Pikachu. But then my second account that I created got deleted. Don't know how. I'd never get back into it. So I had to start fresh from my original account with Charmander, and I don't regret that, because Charmander was one of the most difficult ones for me to get, and then it was just bad. So like you saw, you just like, it's all like pixeled and really frustrating. So you gotta go up those stairs across the way, and then you'll be fighting these guys. I figured I'd just like cut out the middleman and just go straight into it for you guys. I also have a lot of moments where I near die like this. This is the second one so far. These boxes, walls are like my saving grace a lot of the time. I don't know if you guys can like tell. I'm really stuffed up. I'm just clogged. It's really gross. And it all started when I got sun poisoning. It was great. It was a good time. My shoulders were burnt to a crisp. I'm like nearly 100% Irish. I have like some Italian and English, maybe French or whatever, in me, or heritage-wise. But both sides of my family have a ton of Irish in them. So I have that pasty white. Actually, I wouldn't say I'm not a disgustingly white, skinned girl.
Same symbol, but what's that got to do with the tower?
But I have like a porcelain white skin is how I'm gonna put it. And when I'm in the sun for a little too long and I don't put sunscreen on, or if I put expired sunscreen on, which is what happened, I burnt like a crisp, and it was It wasn't actually painful until like the next couple days. My head actually got burnt because I wasn't wearing a hat. My like scalp just burnt. It was all red through my hairline. It was awful. I have like very thin black hair, but I have a lot of it, so you don't really notice it. But I do have like I have like some little bald patches, but I'm still adorable. At least that's what I tell myself. Like last year, I was so devastated. I actually went to Rhode Island Comic-Con, which is somewhat near me, and I had like a list of everybody I wanted to meet, and I probably spoke about this earlier. I wanted to meet the guy that plays Eugene, Josh McDermott, DJ Qualls, who is in numerous of like those B comedies that are really funny. And he's also on some episodes of Supernatural, which is a show I love. Michael Cutlitz, who plays Abraham in The Walking Dead, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan on The Walking Dead, and Denny on Grey's Anatomy. He's in Supernatural as John Winchester. He's been in Watchmen. He's been in so many things. It's ridiculous. He's a talented man. And he took the longest to meet. I took my boyfriend at the time. And we stood in line for 8 hours to meet Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So worth it. The second I got up to meet him, I was the next person in line. I had made a comment. I said, "Oh, you must have," like, the person in front of me had a baseball bat, which is what Negan uses as his primary weapon. And I was like, "Oh, you must have," I've probably never seen someone sign so many baseball bats that wasn't a baseball player. And he looked at me. He turned his head, looked at me, and said, "It's like, you know, if you told me I'd be signing this many baseball bats, I wouldn't believe you. Would have thought you were crazy."
Yeah. Excuse me. Thank you.
And then he just threw a dazzling smile at me, and my like heart melted. Oh my god, he was so nice. And my other person that I was dying to meet was Nolan North, Nathan Drake, who I could not find for the life of me at Comic-Con. I was so devastated when I couldn't find him. But he was in like the convention center, whilst Jeffrey Dean Morgan was in the arena with Millie Bobby Brown, who plays Eleven in Stranger Things, who is adorable. I love her. She's so cute. But this year I intend on going again. This year's lineup is insane. Norman Reedus is gonna be there. Sean Patrick Flannery. And, I can never remember what his actual name is, but he plays Rocco in, the movie Boondock Saints with Sean Patrick Flannery and Norman Reedus. And last year, I had tweeted to Sean Patrick Flannery, who actually follows me, which is really cool. And I said to him, it's like, because I'm a huge fan of Sean's, and he's amazing. I love the movie Powder, and of course, Boondock Saints. I said to him, is that, so, Sean, you have to come to Rhode Island Comic Con next year so I can tell you how awesome and amazing you are in person. And he retweeted me and says, well, now I will. And I'm like, I think he said I will now, but I literally died. I'm like, oh my god, you should. And then this year is the next year of Comic Con and he's going, so I have to go and I have to tell him how amazing and awesome he is to his face. And I have to bring one of my Boondock Saints posters and have him and Norman and Rocco sign it. So life can be perfect. And not only is those three guys going,
Oh boy.
Jason Isaacs, who plays Lucius Malfoy, is gonna be there. I'm so excited about that. Joey Fatone from NSYNC is gonna be there. Oh my god, so many people are gonna be there. There's like over 13 people that I want to meet are gonna be there. Oh my god, I'm gonna have like zero money, $0 after this event. So it's gonna be a good time. I cannot wait. I'm gonna drop so much money on it. La 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 la. And I'm so nervous because mainly to meet Norman Reedus. I'm going for 3 days. I'm going with all 3 days, so I can get everybody that I need to meet done and over with, and have a chance to actually see and enjoy it. Because I only went the one day last year, and it was so many people I'd never been before. I have such bad social anxiety that I was just like, I was so engrossed in what was going on. I handled it really well. I handled like the event and the crowd extraordinarily well, and it helped the fact that my boyfriend at the time was with me, made it better, but he was not enjoying himself. For him, we met a couple of wrestlers that he liked. We met Billy Gunn, or he met Billy Gunn, got an autograph, and met another ex-wrestler, retired wrestler that he likes, and got a present for his best friend. And yeah, it was really cool. And like there's so many people I need to meet this year. It's ridiculous. And I have to start saving now. Part of me kind of wants to make a GoFundMe page and call it my Comic-Con trip. Please help me. But I feel like that'd be really stupid. Not a good reasoning for doing a GoFundMe. But who knows? You never know. I'm not gonna do it. That'd be ridiculous. Just have to do it the hard way. Work lots and lots of hours at work. Ugh, I don't want to, but I have to. And not only that, I'm gonna have like an insane school bill too. So it's just not gonna be fun. But I will survive. I will meet Norman Reedus, and I will tell Sean Patrick Flannery how much I love him and how amazing he is. And I have to tell Norman, because Sean follows me, he has to follow me on Twitter too. I have to have the brothers. I have to have the McManus brothers following me on Twitter, so life can be perfect. I don't think that's too much to ask. I'm totally kidding. But this was so hard. This guy on the turret was such a pain, and I didn't realize that this was like a grenade launcher until this point. I had died so many times. It was ridiculous. It was insane and ridiculous how many times I had kicked the bucket. My AK-47. Oh, I love that gun. So I hope everybody that's watching this, whenever you're watching it, when, where, how, I hope you're having a good day, because literally this past couple months, and especially this week in particular, have been a complete emotional drain on me. I don't know why it didn't go right away. I got into a fight with my ex. Oh, it was terrible. I had my son poisoning and sick. Oh, it was awful. Other than that, though, other than those two things, it's been a pretty good week. That's probably why I haven't really been posting these yet. It's just I've been doing so much and I haven't really been home. Die, scum, die, die. There we go, he's dead. I just haven't had the motivation to sit here and talk and film like by myself in my bedroom to you guys. So I felt when I was gonna sit down and do this, it was gonna be at my full energy and want to do this. And I was like, oh my god, it's been like 3 weeks. I need to get this done. I need to get this out for this series going again. So here it is. So I hope I'm somewhat entertaining you guys, but you never know. I could be the most boring person on the planet. I've been told I have no personality. I don't really agree. It's like a girl that I work with doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. Maybe has worked with me a couple times throughout my 4 years working at the company we work at. Sorry. So I'm kind of keeping to myself. I'm only really talking to my one of my guy friends. I love work. I hate getting shot at by the turret, but I love shooting the turret. It's really fun. And so she doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. We've only worked with her like a couple shifts or so out of the 4 years. I don't really speak to her, don't really care for her, whatever. So she goes out into the lobby. I work in a kitchen. So one of the cook that's my friend, comes with me. He's like, dude, you know that she just said you have like no personality whatsoever? I'm like, are you kidding me? You don't know me at all. And the fact that I don't speak to you throughout the shift dubs me having no personality. Yet I'm over in my dish area. I'm a dishwasher there. I get paid $13 an hour to wash dishes. I love it. It's a great place to work. That's why I've been there for so long. It's a perfect part-time job.
These aren't Spanish. They're English. Whoa. Fletcher, we have gone to the Great Tower. I pray that you will meet us there. Francis Drake. Wow. So you made it. But what were you plotting?
That has helped me for so long. So I'm actually gonna end this video around here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys come back for another video. I'm sorry this took so long. Hopefully the next one won't take as long. And I hope you guys are happy, healthy, and doing great. So I'll see you next time. Bye!